All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier eye hypnosis coach and your personal guide. So, I even before I get started with today's pod, the theme, of course, is the power of presence. And even as I was, rolling into the introduction, into the intro, I couldn't help but notice from the corner of my eye, um, the various colors that you can see in my backdrop, and it fitted so beautifully with the theme, which is all about the power of presence. And the tagline is "Be here, be now." And so, even as I was starting to really like listen to each word that was literally um, flowing out of my mouth. And obviously, I get to hear it in the moment in my, literally through my headphones. This just reminded me of how truly how blessed and how fortunate I am to be able to do this work, to be able to be that healer coach, to be able to be that eye hypnosis coach, and as I always say, your personal guide. Truly, this is something that has been building over a period of time, and this week, today, just kind of cemented that. It kind of made it even clearer, even stronger, that like when you know that this is what you're meant to do, this is the work that you're meant to do, it starts to show up in little ways sometimes, until eventually it becomes the way. And even as I'm saying this, I'm reminded of another expression of, the obstacle is the way. For those of you who follow Stoicism, you know that Ryan Holiday talks about, I think it's one of his books also, which is the obstacle is the way. But instead of, talking about it from the perspective of the obstacle, what strikes me is that, it's presence, it's being truly aware of every moment, whether it is, the ups, the downs, the failures, or the successes along the way. And when you start to find yourself um, hitting the good notes, when you start to find yourself um, and for me, when I have now started to notice that it's really about being present, it's really about showing up, or let's say it like this, it's really about showing up, it's really about being present, or vice versa. And in doing so, that's really when the work happens. And when you've been practicing for all those hours, those hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours, you will get to that point where in a moment everything will just make sense. And the mind sort of, finally breathes that sigh of relief and says, okay, you've got this. And now I can, focus on other areas or other things in your life, while you just show up and you be present and you just, continue to be you. So I definitely, consider myself to be um, very, very blessed that right now this is what I get to do. And, truly, it is just this moment that matters. And being present in the moment is what really makes all the magic happen. So, whether you are a healer coach who's at the start of your journey, or maybe you've been doing this for some time, or maybe like me, you've been doing it for a fair bit of time, and you notice that things start to kind of connect. And after a point they start to connect deeper and deeper and deeper. And the magic is all in just showing up in being present. And when you start to do more of that, you'll notice that people really who show up are already in that space of wanting to be present. Meaning, when your clients reach out to you, or your prospective clients reach out to you, and they really look to you as being that soul guide, that um, spirit whisperer, who can, in the most uncanny, unusual ways, speak to their soul, where they even don't know, how it happened or what happened, but they know it's already happened, and the change has already, begun in one reality. The change is, and the change is happening, and the change is, creating the next change, and so on and so forth. So even right now, I'm literally, being present to my breath, being present to my thoughts, and recognizing that this is really the work. And for people who really get it, they really get it. People uh, who know that they're looking for this, they find it, and the rest of it is just what it is. So on this truly festive day, and this truly festive week, wishing you, as you're watching this now, of course, you may be watching this at a later point, but what's important is that in this moment, you're just recognizing that you are truly special. And I'm recognizing in you that you truly are special, because if you're here, and the fact that you're watching this means that you're already on that path. And whatever difficulties you may have had been facing, this is that moment where it all starts to make even more sense, where it all starts to click. So, having said all of that, of course, if there's any way in which I can help you, please do reach out and let me know. And as I always say, um, remember to live with purpose. And the reason, of course, why I do these pods is these are daily pods. So it's an opportunity for you to know that you're not alone in this. So wishing you all the very best. Um, God bless, and have a truly fantastic, not only a day ahead, but an absolutely amazing cracker of a year ahead. And having said all of that, of course, remember to live with purpose. See you in the next one. Take care.